can see it.
Yeah, you know, key, no limit. Anything that nigga want, yeah, he get it. All black land trucking in it. Course some more, hit your block, yeah, we spinning. Smoking big gas in the whip. Got a couple niggas with sticks. Whole lot of no limit shit. It's no limit gang, bitch.
What up, No Limit Gang? It's your boy Key, and we back with another reaction video. Today, we reacted to something different. We were reacting to a podcast today. Over the past year, I've been in tune with these podcasts like crazy. I always watch the No Jumper podcast or interviews or whatever, but I've been in tune with a whole bunch more podcasts now. Since COVID, so many podcasts have popped off, so like ever since COVID, I've been watching like I Am Athlete, Drink Champs, what's a couple more, like Fresh and Fit, those kind of podcasts, like self-improvement, men podcasts, entertainment, music, sports, all those type of podcasts I'm interested in. I may even start my own podcast. Let me know in the comments if you've been watching podcasts in the last couple years and if you'd be interested in me starting my own. Just let me know. And shoot me some DMs. You can leave a comment on this video. Let me know what y'all think. I might try and get into that space. The podcast that we're reacting to today is called The Daily Wrap-Up Crew. I was introduced to these guys through TikTok. I seen a clip on TikTok and they were talking about some real shit. So I was like, let me go on YouTube and check out a full podcast. And I was really interested. So that's another podcast that I'm going to start watching. It's called Daily Wrap-Up Crew. I'm going to leave their link in the description down below so you guys go check them out. But that's enough talking. Let's get into this video. I really want you guys to see this.
I do often hear people, you know what I mean, complain about men having podcasts, specifically black men. And people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I hear them complain, oh, y'all need to just go to therapy. Why do y'all have podcasts? How important do you think it is for black men to have these spaces like a podcast or whatever the case may be?
I think it's super important for us to have spaces where we feel comfortable in expressing ourselves, right? A lot of times we don't have that space until we go to the barbershop or we're sitting here having a conversation, no cameras, no mics, no audio being recorded.
Basketball, locker
you know what I'm saying?
room.
Exactly, locker room, that kind of stuff, right? So it's very important. What I always think about is,
I think that's what it is. I think that's why a lot of guys are starting to gravitate towards podcasts now. It's because they're seeing men have a conversation that we really don't get to have much in an open space. Like you just said, we have to wait till we go to like a barbershop or we're in a locker room, we're around men that we know we're safe, that our conversation won't get out. But now these conversations are public. And now other people are starting to talk about it and we're getting new perspectives and seeing what other people think. And a lot of the thoughts that other people have are aligning with our own thoughts. So now we're like, I'm not the only one that thinks this way. So I think that's why podcasts are important, because a lot of people were going around thinking that they were the only one thinking certain things, but now things are coming out to the light and a lot of people are starting to see that they can connect with more people. That's what I think.
is when I was in college, right? I had a group of bros, and they had a dorm, and we would all go into their dorm room after a long, stressful day, and we would just sit in there, we would watch shows, we would play games, we freestyle, we do a bunch of random stuff. And after I left, I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, like, I'm good, I'm chilling, like, I feel light, you know what I'm saying? And when I finally graduated and I started living, I was living in Massachusetts by myself, I didn't have that outlet. I remember feeling super depressed. I was like, yo, why do I feel so depressed? And it's like, because, bro, what you felt like, that therapeutic outlet that you had where you could go with your bros and you guys could just vent and just talk about stuff, you don't have that anymore, right? And a lot of us don't have that within our friend groups, right? And so we go to these podcasts, we start our podcast with friends, and we start expressing, right? And we share, and our expression is very raw sometimes, right? And it's not filtered, right? And it's not coming from a lens of actually being healed or healing, right? And so when it goes out into the public, people are like, what the hell? That's what they be talking about? Right. It's like, yeah, this is what we talk about, right?
And
like
when other guys hear, they be like, yo, these are the conversations.
I agree with that because I struggle with that a lot. I've been trying to be more vocal with that because if you know me, you know that I'm a quiet person. I'm non-confrontational. I'm kind of a go with the flow guy, but I suppress a lot of my feelings deep down inside. Like, say, if someone makes me mad, I won't show them that I'm mad. I'll just keep it deep down inside, and it'll just ball up, and then eventually I'll just snap. There's no in between. Like, I have to work on me telling the people right then and there why I'm mad. Don't do it again, instead of me just balling it up inside and then ending up eventually just exploding, and then it coming out raw, like he just said. Raw emotion.
We've been having.
Yeah, these are the conversations we've been having, right? I think it's two parts, right? I don't want to absolve us of any accountability, right? We need to hold ourselves accountable, especially when we have platforms. We need to make sure that our language, our tone, our voice, the way that we communicate is in a way that is conducive to what we're actually trying to do in terms of our mission, morals, values, whatever the case may be, right? And we need to determine that for ourselves. So we do need to hold ourselves accountable. But on the same token, on the flip side of that, like, I think the black community has a certain level of apprehension towards black people just in general. Like, we're just very apprehensive towards each other, bro. You know, we don't empathize with each other, right? When we see a black person that's making a mistake, first thing we go to do is criticize, write a comment, say something negative, whatever the case may be. We don't even think, yo, what if they're going through something? What if there's something underneath that? Like, we don't have these thoughts at all. Yeah. And I think
that is also very true, and something that you shouldn't do. I don't think we should judge as quickly as we do. Like, I feel like we see something and we just automatically just start judging it and think what we think. We don't know what they're going through and why they're doing it. So I think that's something that we need to work on.
That is one of our biggest problems, is that we don't stop to empathize, right? We don't stop to empathize. And I think before I even do any, like, because I react to a lot of stuff, I look at a lot of stuff online and I'm like, dang, I don't really know. I don't really agree with that. But I can understand where they're coming from. Even if it's something that doesn't feel right to me. Even if it's a black woman that's like, yo, divest from black men. Don't deal with black men. There's no such thing as black love. That stuff hurts me. Right. But I can understand where she's coming from. I don't go onto her comments and, yo, you crazy, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. I know where it's coming from. It's not my place to then go into that community and then say, yo, y'all are crazy, blah, blah, and invalidate them for how they feel. It's my place to hold myself accountable, to have a platform where I can now speak on those things and educate people. I always say empathize and educate. Empathize with the person, allow them to express how they feel, create that space, but then also educate when necessary. Sometimes you can't educate right in a person's platform. Sometimes it has to come outside of.
Right. Sometimes you can't educate. So what I say is, I say empathize and analyze. I stop, I empathize, and I analyze the situation. I don't always go to educate the person. I just analyze to myself on why I think this person is doing this or why this is happening. I think that's something that people should practice.
Message!
That. Sometimes it has to come in a conversation with them later, one-on-one. Sometimes it's just not in the comments, bro. And a lot of times, like, we think we commenting back and forth and arguing with people and, like, we gonna debate and change their mind. It's like, bro, people already hell-bent on their idea. I make posts all the time. People come in my comments, leave a whole think piece, bro. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This person, I know this person gonna be able to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write a paragraph back. And it's not even disrespectful. I'm coming from a space where I'm just trying to get them to understand where I'm coming from. They write a whole paragraph back. They don't even read it. It's like they didn't even read it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I wasting my time? Right? Like, I could be writing a post. I could be helping somebody get therapy. I could be talking to my moms. I could be doing all this different. Why am I going back and forth with somebody in the comments? Anytime I see people arguing in the comments, I'm just like, bro, like, y'all must not have better things to do, right? Like, y'all just must not have better things to do, right? And I know
sometimes they don't. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
and as content creators, right? Like, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this, right? As content creators, it is our job to invoke conversation, but I think we need to invoke conversation that leads to a positive change, right? Or leads to our goal, whatever our goal is, right? So it's important for us to invoke this conversation and allow people to lead it to however they want to lead it. But we have to also understand, like, where do we want this conversation to go? How do we want people in our community talking to each other? and how do we want to push the culture forward and all that kind of stuff, bro. So I always try to. I don't want people arguing in my comments, but at the end of the day, I can't control that. I can create the content that facilitates conversation, and how y'all choose to converse is up to y'all. All right,
I hate you talk about empathy,
Mm-hmm.
how you empathize with other people, even though they coming against black men or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that black men get that same empathy from any other group of people?
I think we do. I think those people aren't pushed to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
I think the people that we see a lot, you gotta understand what people are doing on social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a creator, like y'all are creators too, right?
Right.
Y'all know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what it is more than somebody else that's in the comments. People are gonna show what's gonna bring the most interaction. We do it.
Right.
We do it. We know what it is, right? Like there's certain content that we put up. We like, man, I know for a fact. This one, they gonna be there. You know, they gonna be under this one. You know what I'm saying? We do that. You know what I'm saying? We do that. So we gotta understand that, like, yo, bro, if people know that there's certain content that they can push that's gonna generate interaction and engagement is currency in social media, that's what they gonna push. So when we say people don't empathize, people do empathize. I know, yo, bro, when I tell you I know hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and I could plug y'all in of black therapists that are empathizing, that love black men, black women that are under my comments that love black men, that want black men, that want the best for black men, that empathize with black men. They got 1,000 followers. You think they comment is gonna go viral? You think they post and content is gonna go viral? You think that stuff is gonna go? Because people don't want to. If you, and I said this before, and I'm gonna keep on saying it. If you follow Spiritual Word, you follow the Shade Room, you follow Bowler Alert, and you expecting to see people empathizing with black people and that getting pushed and that being culture and that being something that generates engagement, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, bro.
It's not gonna happen. You could go down Shade Room's post right now on Instagram. You won't see one post saying something good about a black person. Not just black men, a black person. They only post what they call tea. They post the drama. So if that's what you're following, that's all you're gonna be consuming is the drama. You're not gonna be consuming the good.
Message.
Bro.
But the reason I asked this is
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I think that once this space with men expressing themselves has become a thing now, there's a lot of outrage.
Yeah.
But you don't see this outrage with other people expressing themselves.
Yeah, because how I think of it is, you know, this is just a genre of podcast. There's a lot of different genres, right?
Yeah.
And there's black men in several different spaces, whether it's finances or in your leisure, whether it's technology with Marquez Brownlee, whether it's sports, Stephen A. Smith. There's black men in a variety of different genres of content out there. But somehow people seem to get focused on one genre of you know, content creation. Like there isn't other black men out there making positive content. But like you said, the positive content or the content about something. Stephen A. Smith talk about sports every day. As people under his comments like, oh, all you do is talk about sport. Like that's what he does. Like you get what I'm saying? So I find it disingenuous for people to try to limit black men's spaces, especially when they have podcasts. And I understand, you know, there is a certain level of accountability. Obviously, we can't just be on here saying outrageously crazy, disrespectful things. Like some of the divestment movements, things of that nature. But you know, there's a reason why a lot of black men are resonating to this space is because they can see themselves within the content creator or just the conversation and things of that nature. So
Here's what I'll say on that, right? Like, we got to understand that the world isn't just how we see it, right? Like, we're in the black community, so all we see is black stuff, right? We're not in the white community, we're not in the Hispanic community, whatever the case may be, right? I pay very close attention to people's comments, just because as a creator, it's just interesting to me, and I like to not feel alone in what I deal with. And sometimes I get comments, I'm just like, yo, these people, wow, like these people crazy. Like this not even where I'm going. Where'd you get this from, bro? Like where did this come from, right? You know what I'm saying? So I go into Stephen A's comments and I read it sometimes, and people under there just doing the same stuff that they do. I go on the Rashad and Troy's comments, Earn Your Leisure, and I look at and people just saying the same stuff. 19 Keys, all the different black creators.
It's very true. Like I do that on TikTok. Like if I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see a funny video or if I see something in particular in the video, I'll go in the comments, and that's all you see in the comments. Them pointing out that one thing. Every single comment. Like, if you see 10,000 comments already of the same thing, why would you, in your mind, would you go and say, I'm going to add the same comment? That just don't make sense to me.
Thought leaders, black men, whatever the case may be, white man, whoever, anytime you're in a public light, right, you have more than a certain number of followers, people are going to leave their opinions on social media. I had to get to the point where I was just like, you know what, it don't matter how I do it, what I do, somebody gonna have some kind of problem with it, regardless. I could say, yo, man, we need to love our black woman, man, because that's how we're gonna make a better black family, and that's how we're gonna make a better black community. You know what somebody gonna say? Nah, because this black woman cheated on me, and I can't believe you would say that. This is supposed to be a page for black men. You crazy.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong for saying that's his experience? So I have to get to a point where it's like, all right, cool, that's all right, but that's not me. That's not my perspective. So I'm just gonna let him do what he needs to do, vent and get it out, and I'm gonna keep making my content and do what I need to do, because I can't get caught up in how somebody feels about what I'm creating if I know that my intention was positivity.
Facts. Hey, and that's the Daily Wrap Up crew, man. Those guys are really insightful. I learn a lot from those guys, and they give me new perspectives every time I watch a new video from them. So if you like that video, go check them out, man. I'm gonna put the link in the description down below. They're also on TikTok, maybe on Instagram. I don't follow them on Instagram, but yeah, man, that conversation, it just had me locked in. I thought it was really good, and they had some good points. I mean, I feel like black men, but not just black men, all men need a form of escapism, and I think podcasts are the perfect thing for that. Not everybody can get on the camera and just talk. I mean, I'm still getting used to it, but I like doing it. So I think that's something that I'm gonna do in the future is a podcast. So I'm gonna start turning the wheels on that. But that's today's video, No Limit Gang. Let me know in the comments if you like this type of content, because I'm gonna keep it coming. Reacting to podcasts. Peace.